Everybody. I'm starting this video with a story, a true story from my childhood. My hero growing up was Billy Bremner of Leeds United and the Scotland national team. And that sounds strange considering I never had the pleasure of seeing him play in the flesh. It was much before my time. At a young age I was told the story of how the fiery Scotsman would often lunge in on the opposition with seemingly unprovoked, bone-crunching challenges. It wasn't until after he retired he revealed the truth behind his temper to a biographer. Albert Johannesson joined Leeds in 1961. A black South African, he was subject to vile racial abuse from opposing fans and players from the moment he arrived. This hurt Billy Bremner to his core. He was to have said, "Many a time during a game, Albert would devastate teams with his blistering pace and finishing. Some of the racial abuse he would get from opposition players and fans was disgraceful. I would try to protect him from that, and so would the rest of the lads. It's outrageous to know that you have fellow professionals, highly respected and big club players, treating someone like they all too regularly did Albert. I confess I have, over the years, delivered physical hurt and retribution to many of those who so damaged Albert." In his final interview, Albert Johannesson said, "In many games the players we faced will call me offensive names and some even ask me to polish their boots. Billy would always come to my defence and tell me the best way to hurt them was with my skill, pace and goals. Many times I cried, and it was Billy who would lift my spirits." I admired Billy Bremner for that. I have come to learn, as I have gotten older, being tough on racists in football was extremely rare, especially so in the 1960s. I never got to meet Billy. He died in 1997 when I was 9. I often stand proudly alongside his statue outside Ellen Road. That is the closest I have got to meeting my hero. I have often thought about how I would have reacted had I have encountered him. Would I have cried? Would I have smiled? Or would I have giggled uncontrollably with excitement? With that in mind, I bring you this.
Now, as we speak, there is a debate going on in the House of Commons on the illegal immigration bill. This is where Rishi Sunak's government, with, of course, a strong Home Secretary in the shape of Suella Braverman, they've talked even tougher than Priti Patel did before. But is it really going to make any difference? The idea that people who come across the channel are deemed to have come illegally, they're detained and then deported. Is it really going to happen all the while we're under the auspices of the European Court of Human Rights? And I've got to tell you, I have my doubts. I doubt it for that reason. I also doubt it because British judges will seize upon the Human Rights Act signed into law in this country in 1998. So what we heard over the weekend was that up to 60 Conservative members of Parliament were going to lay down some amendments, some really tough amendments that said we would, as a country, ignore the rulings of the ECHR. At least that is my understanding of what this rebellion was going to be about and what the amendments being put down would say. And yet today we learn they've all been withdrawn. Has Rishi Sunak managed to fob off yet another potential division in the Conservative Party? Well, joining me is the Conservative Member of Parliament from Stoke-on-Trent, Jonathan Gullis, who joins us in his office in the House of Commons. Jonathan, welcome to the programme. Now, as I understood it, you were one of the people that wanted to put down some tough amendments.
Let's just replay that.
Potential division in the Conservative Party. Well, joining me is the Conservative Member of Parliament from Stoke-on-Trent, Jonathan Gullis, who joins us in his office in the House of Commons. Jonathan, welcome to the programme. Now, as I understood it, you were one of the people that wanted to put down.
I'm happy with my hero. Rest in peace, Billy.